We'll finish up our thoughts here on Oregon as they take on Minnesota tonight. 6 p.m. kick at old Autzen Stadium, where it never rains, unless you're playing Wisconsin, and then, well, God cries.
Tonight's supposed to be clear, isn't it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be all good to go. I think it might have rained this morning a little bit. But I think the tale of this tape, my friend, is Minnesota's defense, which actually isn't that terrible. They're averaging 20 points a game given up.
Yeah.
Which, according to SP Plus, puts them at 28 in the nation. That's not too bad.
No, top 30 unit.
Oregon's offense scores points. Oregon's defense gives up less than 2 touchdowns. I think that's going to be the big struggle for Minnesota, whose offense isn't very great. Let me give you a side note, since we were talking about SP Plus. Something of intrigue here that I noticed, kind of buried in the stats here. There are 136 teams in Division I football.
Mm-hmm.
Do you care to guess where Minnesota ranks in their special teams?
They're either I'm going to go and say they're the very back, like 134th.
119.
There you go.
So not all the way, but in the back. And, since I don't watch Oregon and they clearly only play flashy, high entertainment offensive football, I'm going to say that they have a kick returner that runs like a 4.2 40. But that could be something.
Well, look, Minnesota's lost 3 games this year. They lost to Cal 27-14. They lost
My Cal Bears.
Lost to Ohio State 42-3.
Ouch.
They lost to Iowa 2 weeks ago 41-3.
Boom. Garnowski, baby.
Well, not only that, they were very opportunistic. They turned them over. The short field. Like, it's funny. If you look at the box score from that game, you're like, how the hell did Iowa score 41 points? Because
quarterback has no touchdowns. One running back has a touchdown.
You're not far off. Gronowski had a touchdown and 135 yards passing. They ran the ball.
J.J. McCarthy?
They ran the ball 36 times for 133 yards.
Whoa.
So 3.7 yards per carry and 2 touchdowns. So it wasn't like they just did stuff there.
We got some pick sixes
on
our
hand. They
hand.
had a pick 6, and Weegan, the terrifying punt returner, had a punt return for a touchdown, and then they kicked 2 field goals.
Funny, I didn't see that guy catch any returns against
Oregon said, absolutely not. Not a chance in hell. We are not going to let you touch this ball.
Interesting you mentioned Minnesota's score against Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
You think the Ducks know that score too? Just a little bit of a litmus test?
Sure.
Against Ohio State? Because, look, I don't think any of us really know how good Ohio State is. And I know we're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel here a little bit as we're coming into the game.
That was Sayan's probably best game of his season. He was 23 of 27, 326, and 3 touchdowns.
No, that's
carved it
That's
up.
a 300-yard game, and I bet you he doesn't have many of those this year. But do you think there's a little bit of looking at that? Because I think we know how good Indiana is.
Yeah.
Like, not just the Oregon game, but, like, I think we know how good Indiana is.
Well, because they've beaten the brakes off damn near everybody. They played sans Penn State.
And that's the second best game Penn State. That might be the best game Penn State's played all year. But do you think there's any kind of comparison looking over to what they might think those guys have?
I don't think that they're in the building they're looking at that, but I bet you around the country there's a little transitive property there. But also it's earlier in the season and those kind of things. But for me, if I'm looking at Oregon, Minnesota tonight, stunt on them.
Yeah, I think so too.
You stunted on bad teams at the beginning of the season, and then you got into the tougher part of your schedule, and you haven't really done that to anybody since then. I mean, Rutgers aside.
Well, they're a little bit Seahawks-esque in this sense that when they get the hose, they stunt on them. But when they get the big ones, they're tight, nasty, gross games.
So, Penn State.
There's not a lot of living in between.
Penn State 1-score game, Indiana 30-20, Rutgers 56-10, great. Wisconsin 21-7, Iowa 18-16.
Yeah. The Wisconsin one I think is a weird outlier. I think if there's no rain or anything, I think they stunt.
But
and like I said, Luke Fickell got those guys to play that game.
Sure, but
what? Say it.
You're sitting here talking about a litmus test.
Mm-hmm.
There's your litmus test.
You think Minnesota is the middle ground?
Yeah, like go out there and smack them around. Yeah. You should. You absolutely should.
I'm curious. We don't know anything about injuries and stuff, do we?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Probably no Decorian. Probably no Decorian. That's what Tyson was saying.
Yeah.
Probably no Decorian more today, but I'd love to see Kenyon Sadiq. But at the same time, also, sit them all, dude.
Spread's 25 and a half. I'm taking the under. I'm not taking them to cover that spread.
You'll take Minnesota to cover the spread?
Yeah. I think Oregon wins by 21 or 24.
Our Friday night game's tough.
It's a shorter week.
Yeah.
Night game, all those things.
But you're at home.
But you're at home.
Slept in your bed.
Yeah.
Do students go to class on Friday night games?
I mean,
Sorry, do students go to class?
there you go. I think the answer is no.
Yeah, what is that like these days? Because, like, I had some class with some athletes. Do they just not go at all?
I specifically made sure I didn't have a class on a Friday my entire senior year. So
Not a boy.
Really?
I haven't gone to a Friday class since, I don't know, 22?
This is your first Friday working in a long time?
Probably, yeah.
No one's more excited about this Oregon Friday game than this guy right behind the glass. This kid.
The beef.
I'm smiling.
We'll make picks here coming up. I know you just said what you think. I don't know where I sit on this. I think this is just a get right game. I think
25 and a half is a big line.
big number,
It's a
especially on a Friday night. I kind of just want to see Oregon. I want to see them throw the ball. That's what I want to
Look
see.
explosive.
We always come out of these games, the Indiana, Penn State, and Iowa game of like, man, where's that offense? Where's that Rutgers
and
offense?
the weather isn't going to be a factor.
Nope.
So there's no, and I'm not saying there's an excuse, but there's no excuse.
I want Dante to throw the ball tonight.
Yeah.
Throw the ball.
Unleash him a little bit. Let's see him get back on track.
Also, mostly just Will Stein. Just open the playbook up, bro. Let's see some stuff. I want to know what you can throw at USC.
I will say, if they don't, my eyebrows are both firmly up. If they don't get super aggressive, I think that says
You live in the world of that says Dante is not ready.
Yes.
I live in the world of what is Will Stein doing.
both can be true.
Both can be true. Most likely, you are correct.
I don't know if that's the case,
I'm just
but
trying to stick up for my guy.
look, the throw he made against Iowa in that fourth quarter
Might be the best throw of the year.
Yeah, it was an
of anybody.
incredible throw, but he's not a guy who's egregious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He doesn't miss throws badly, but there's just times when you like he's even thrown touchdowns where you're like,
Guy got to slow
down
down a
and
little bit.
come back. Like it's just like it's little things. It's a
I
different.
can see exactly the one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's just those kind of things. I'm like, that's the margin though. Like if you're playing a better team, that might be a jump ball it's a pick. You know what I mean? Like those are the kind of things where it's like where it will probably behoove him to come back next year.
Right.
No, but if I were him, I would go in this draft because this quarterback class draft is so weak, and it's not next year.
No, because the Jets will take you. Run.
I mean,
But the Jets might have a new owner.
well, we'll see.
Well, I heard old Woody Johnson might be on a list of bad people.
Yeah, well, like that stopped anybody before.
Jets fans must have just embraced for that yesterday. Just like, yeah.
Please be on there. Please be on there. Please be on there.
Please be. This is just. No, I'm not going to say it. That might get me in trouble.